In the Stephen Barrier case in Stanford, Marilyn Moore went to the meetings. They openly discussed the bribe. Okay, so I want to thank her. I can't stand her. She's horrible. She's the worst. Actually, there's worse in Bridgeport. But there she is. I don't know if you can see her. Oh, I haven't been able to show her face. Hold on. There it is. Okay? So there's Marilyn Moore. And if you go down to her statements about corruption, there we go. Check it out. More. It's a Bridgeport problem. What separated the Democratic primary election overturned. Blah, blah, blah. The physical evidence came in that both Ganim and Gomes were stuffing the ballot. Oh, thank God for the cameras, she said. Finds her city in unprecedented waters. Okay. 37-page ruling from Clark, who is also in trouble, folks. Clark's playing the game. In an interview, crucial to the outcome. She sought the Democratic nomination to run and found herself in a similar position. What she's saying is that it's typical, and here's Wanda Jeter Pataki, a city employee, was caught on video stuffing the ballot. Okay, according to the Connecticut Mirror. The problem involves the town committee and a machine for turning out votes that existed in Bridgeport for decades. She's talking about corruption. These are the same people that took the Zuckerberg bribe. These are the same people that rigged the Blumenthal election for the U.S. Senate, of which I filed a case in Stanford. And what's happening here is amazing. It's amazing. Okay? What's happening here is for Judge Clark to allow Democrats to stuff the ballot boxes without repercussion, both parties, and Marilyn Moore is also involved. She's playing the game. It's disparage treatment. It's a Supreme Court issue for Johnny Flynn, who, because of Richard Blumenthal, got stuffed like a turkey. I saw him yesterday at the Veterans Day parade, waving to the crowd. The biggest liar billionaire in the U.S. Senate is my opponent. But what's interesting here is Clark used disparage treatment. The Democrats can stuff the box and violate the rights of any Republican. That's what's going on here. Okay? Myself, as a Republican, was treated badly, illegally, due to bribes, which are openly discussed. Now, I was in the Gomes case. I filed an appearance. Clark kicked me out. Disparage treatment. Okay? Clark dismissed the election fraud case of Ted Bromley. Disparage treatment. The Democrats were pre-signing absentee ballots and mailing them out. Pre-signing the voter's name. Ted Bromley said, so that no Trump supporter ever gets elected to a position in the state of Connecticut. That is felony disparage treatment. So what's happening now in the election fraud case is motion to vacate the order, writ of error, which I gave to the Supreme Court already, and they rejected. This is huge, folks. This implicates the appellate court, 3 judges there, the Supreme Court, that I already went to and got rejected from. Okay? Big time. And the fact that every single registrar in the state violated my right. Every single town clerk violated my right. There's 13 towns in the letter M. I got signatures from every town in the state when I ran against Plymouth. Those signatures, 700 went to Bridgeport. They were destroyed. The Republican registrar, the Democratic registrar. They destroyed every signature. Okay? 13 towns in the letter M in the state of Connecticut. Middletown, corruption's capital of the state. That's where the state police are. Milford, corrupt town. That's where Glenn is from. Glenn is missing for 6 days. He was injected in the neck during a false arrest. He's dead, folks. Or he's camping somewhere and nobody can find him. He wouldn't leave without telling me. He just wouldn't. He's expected to turn up. The Stamford police have been falsifying all kinds of statements. The Stamford registrar, big trouble. They've already been indicted. 28 counts of, what do you call it? Forgery. All these towns are committing forgery. All of them. My signatures were properly collected. 57,962 signatures. They were not verified. Connecticut is a non-verification state. They falsify the signatures they know they're not going to verify, and then when you get honest-to-goodness signatures or instructions that the signature is good, and none of them followed Executive Order 7WW, disparage treatment. The Lamont Executive Order for petitioning candidate signatures was ruined by Mark Kohler, the Secretary of State, Denise Merrill, the Secretary of State. The whole staff, Ada Carini, threatened me. I was arrested. The Democratic Senate Majority Leader's son signed the writ, the warrant. I was told Judge White signed the warrant. This is the most corrupt state in the nation. We have the Democrats arresting the Republicans running for Congress. T.J. Elgin, Ethan Book arrested for running for U.S. Senate against Blumenthal. Hearst wrote the smear story campaign. Oh, Ethan Book's the Don Quixote of Connecticut. Really? Oh, Johnny Flynn's the Don Quixote of Connecticut. They cut and pasted our names into smear campaigns. What they did to Tom Gilmer's worse. He pled innocent. T.J. Elgin pled innocent. I pled innocent. Where's my motion to dismiss? Destroyed. It's not in the file. It's not in the file. They never heard it. Hold on. False arrest by the Democratic National Committee or Democratic Senate Majority Leader? What's Bob Duff got to do with it? Well, why don't you ask the DA? Because he brought it up. Why is the DA in Bridgeport bringing up Bob Duff? Well, I'll tell you why. I'm told by another guy that Duff has the keys to all the schools, which means he has the keys to all the tabulators. All the tabulators. Is that true? Why would the Senate Majority Leader have a U.S. Senate candidate arrested when the actual Senate Majority Leader controls the keys to all the hardware that Connecticut uses to hack 20 other states? I'm at 10 minutes. Just giving you an election fraud update for the state of Connecticut. Oh, and it's big. Because it's disparaged treatment by Judge Clark, who's getting praises even from the Republican Party, who doesn't realize that Judge Clark allowed the Bridgeport Democrats to stuff the ballot on video multiple times. Both candidates and Marilyn Moore, who says, oh, State Senator Marilyn Moore, that's just the way Bridgeport does business. No, that's the way Stamford, Bridgeport, New Haven, Hartford. Bridgeport got a $313,000 bribe from Mark Zuckerberg. Hartford got a $343,000 bribe from Mark Zuckerberg. Norwalk, $51,000. Sorry, Norwalk, wasn't enough money. Every signature in the state of Connecticut can be falsified because they don't verify any of them ever. There's no mechanism in the state of Connecticut to verify signatures. That's why Connecticut is hacking the other states with impunity. Impunity. And that's why the federal case is there. CV 2201065. Judge Meyer. There are 38 subpoenas in the Judge Meyer case for the Zuckerberg bribes, and none of them were answered. None of them were answered. Home run. Bases loaded. Knock it out. Have a great day. Thank you, Jesus. Enjoy. There's going to be a meeting Thursday in Norwalk. You should come because the only good senator in the state of Connecticut is speaking. Rob Sampson is coming to Norwalk on Thursday at Ponza. Be there, okay? Be there. I'm going to give him the appellate brief. Yes, I am. And I'm going to ask him one question. Hope he can answer it. My man, enjoy.